Okay, I think we're online, right? Yes, we are. Okay, cool. Um, so I told you that I was going to be working on the dark mode feature of my website, and I have, well, I've done some work offline. Let me just start by showing it to you. So I've done something like this by following a tutorial that I found online, and this is the tutorial. I was just so I've read many blog posts and many articles, many other tutorials on how to add a dark mode to your website, and I found this on Reddit. I know, like, you wouldn't find these things on Reddit, but someone called Dev Mastery has created this really nice tutorial on how you could do it. Um, and yeah, I just followed it through. I made the necessary changes to my website, and well, we have something that looks like this now. This animation is coming from here. I've added this animation separately from the tutorial. Um, no, it's not that one. It's this one. So yeah, I found this animation online. I'm just going to modify this animation later on, but this is the animation that I found. I've applied it to my website. Okay, I'm going to start the stream by going through the changes that I made, and I'm going to discuss why I need some of the things he mentioned and why I'm going to ditch some of the things that he mentioned in the tutorial. Right. First of all, he starts by telling about what this theme provider is, but I'm not going to use it on my. I'm probably not going to use it on my website, and also I do not need global style on my website as well. I do not need to be styling my components with a global style. I just need one single state for one single page, and that one single state is going to set the colors on that one specific page. I don't need anything like global styles or theme providers. Or I think that's, well, at least I think that's what the case is. So right. So let me go through the changes that I made. Let me make this full screen. So that's the old one on the left, that's the new one on the right. So first of all, you start by importing these two things, and you add these two to your package.json. Let me open package.json first, and let me show you the dependencies that I've added. So I've added something called style components, I've added something called style theming, and I've added something called local storage fallback. I'm going to tell you what all of these things do in a second. So I imported these things at the top of my blog post.jsx file, and you create a global style. And this is basically a CSS, and it populates the CSS based on your properties. So let's go through this line by line. If our theme is dark, then just set the foreground color, the font color, to white, and if it's not, set it to a darker color, which is 111, which is closer to black but not fully black. Anyway, and this is for the animation that I showed you. This is for that animation. It's coming from here, so we can just skip that. It's not really related with the dark mode. It's more related with the animation stuff. Okay. These are the transition animations. We don't really need that. So these parts, just skip them. This thing, background position, this is again related with the animation stuff. So depending on what mode you're in, you pick between different colors, and that's what global style is about. So it allows you to inject a global style sheet to your React website. This function get initial theme retrieves the theme from the storage. So okay, this is the time when I explain how local storage fallback works. So each time you change something, like each time you change a state that's in your storage, it gets written to the local storage of your website. So if the user comes back to your website, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna toggle dark mode, and I'm just gonna copy this link, create a new tab, and just navigate to this link again. And you're gonna see our theme is still dark. And if I toggle dark mode to white in here, and if I go here and refresh, you're gonna see the background color changes to be white again. That's because we are storing the theme in our local storage. That's what this dependency allows you to do, local storage fallback. Let me see how I save it. So we do storage.get item, and in somewhere else we should, yeah, we do storage set item. We have an item called theme, and then we set it to the theme that we have. This could be light or dark, and I'm going to simplify all of those things. I'm going to come up with, well, I'm not going to say I'm going to come up with a better way, but I'm going to come up with a way that's more suitable for our use case. We don't want global styles, as I told you in the beginning of this stream, right? And then we have the button that you see on the top of the website in here, toggle dark mode, and on the on-click event just changes the state to be, if the state is dark, then change it to light. If it's light, change it to dark. That's basically what it does. There's a much simpler way to do this actually, but anyway, I'm gonna talk about that one as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So when the website, when the component renders itself, the use effect is called. It sets the, well, no. So when the component starts rendering, we call this function called getInitialTheme. If it's stored, then we just retrieve it from the storage. If it's not, then we set it as light, and then the useEffect hook comes in and then sets the theme variable in our website to whatever we got in the initial theme function in here. And then depending on what theme we're in, this theme provider injects a global style or something. Like, it's all complicated, and we don't need this much complicated stuff in the website, right? Okay, so right, I hope you've understood the changes, and now I'm gonna start by modifying this to suit our needs better. But I'm gonna show you one more time what it looks like right now. It looks pretty cool, right? The animation and the timings are not very good. The colors are kind of off, but I could change them later on. But this is basically what it's gonna look like. I'm planning to add some animation to here as well, but okay. We can close this, we don't need Safari anymore. Okay, let's think what we could do. So first of all, I do not want to have a global style in my JSX file. That just looks ugly. Like, this whole file has gotten so big that I feel like I need to separate it sometime. Anyway, I want to be managing the class names with the state. So not sure on how to do that, but let's have a think. So I definitely do not want to have a global style in here. And also I definitely do not want to have theme provider in there. I want to get rid of those dependencies if possible. First thing that I would change in his approach would be using booleans instead of strings. So we have two types of themes, right? One is light and the other one is dark. So that's what I'm planning, that's what I'm going to do. Instead of having modes light and dark, I'm going to have is dark true and is dark false. Let's start by implementing that change. That's just inefficient. Why did he do that? Because you have two states. If you have two states, there's no reason for you to use strings, just use booleans, right? I don't know. Maybe there's a very, very good reason why he did that, and I'm just going to find out why he did that in this way now. Okay, let's see. All right, color props theme mode. If it's dark. All right, this might be more complicated than I thought, but let's get started. So we have this function. This function oh, okay, maybe that's why, because you save it as a string. And all right, I see. Okay, let's try regardless of what happens. We'll see. We'll figure it out. So if the saved theme, so we try to retrieve a saved theme in here, and if there's a saved theme, then we return Okay, maybe there's something like storage.get boolean. There's only gets item, which is not what I want, but okay. First of all, let me start by searching for how we can get, how we can save booleans in local storage fallback. Okay, that's why. So regardless of what we put in local storage, if it exists, it will return true. But this should return true, and if this was only 2 equals, then it should return false. Let me try that. This is, by the way, I'm probably going to separate this stream into 2 or 3 parts, because this is something that would take a long time, because this is something that I haven't done before, right? We'll see how it goes. Okay. So if save theme equals true, then yeah, maybe that's what we want. Okay, if save theme equals true, then return true. If not, then it will return false. And this will be true or false depending on what this returns. Then we're not going to stringify storage.setItem. We're just going to save the theme in here. We don't need stringify anymore. It will probably automatically change it to whatever type you wanted. Theme equals true or false. I could probably get rid of this and that parts now. Theme provider, yeah. We've broken so many things at once, I know, but this is going to be fine, I hope. Okay. Well, we're going to remove that one later on. So theme.mode. So set theme. Well, this shouldn't be called theme anymore. We should call it what is dark, and set is dark. Set is dark is dark. If it's dark, then false. Well, set is dark. There's a simpler way to do this. We just set it to the opposite of what it is. Okay, that would work. And let me quickly verify if this works. Okay. Let me concatenate the string in here. Toggle dark mode. Okay, so instead of this, we're gonna have is dark, dark, light. Yeah, there's no reason why this wouldn't work, right? This makes sense. Okay. Yeah, we can get rid of those later on. Okay, let me go back to the website and just verify if everything looks good. Yeah, so we've managed to set state with a button. Okay, we've reversed everything that we've done and simplified all of the things that we have, right? And I'm gonna get rid of these libraries now. I do not need theme provider anymore, and I probably don't need this library anymore because I'm gonna be injecting stuff from my Sass files. So yeah, we'll delete the libraries at the end, but I'm definitely gonna use local storage fallback because I need to save state of what the user set for the blog site. Okay, so depending on what this is, we can inject different Sass styles now, which brings us to modifying this file. So okay, let's start by modifying the background color, the actual background color. Let's try. Let's try this. We don't use that, we do this. And okay, that's blog post body. And I'm gonna have in here, is this how you add comments? Let me try. Yes, that's how you add comments in Sass. Okay, I'm gonna have a line in here, and this is gonna be blog post dark body. I'm not sure if this is a great idea, but I think we could try regardless. Okay, let's remove this. Okay, and that's gonna be 111. All right, and in here I'm gonna have some JavaScript. $sign is dark. If it's dark, then give me blog post dark in here. If it's not, then just don't return anything back to me. And we're gonna import this in here. That should work, right? Okay, it does not. Maybe it's being set by something else. Let me try, let me see, let me inspect the style. It's that one, right? Yeah, the CSS is changing, definitely. The style is changing. It's trying to inject a new style. All right. How can you change the background color of this website with the state? So I have blog post pray in here. I think I've done it. I've done this yesterday, haven't I? Yeah, I remember doing this in yesterday's stream, creating personal website. Yes. So let me go back to my stream from yesterday and remember how I did this. Oh, there's a class called blog post background. Okay, I remember now. Okay, So that should help. Okay, that does the job. Well, at least I think it does. Now I have to apply this for the whole background of the div in the container. What I could do is encapsulate all of those things inside another component or another fragment. Can I assign class names to these things? Probably not. Okay, this needs to be a div. And this div is going to have that inside. Why does quote autocorrection does that? Like, the style is sometimes worse than what you would expect it to be. Okay. Okay, that does the job. At least I can switch between styles now. So that's phase one. Let me quickly verify that div, adding that div didn't break anything. No, it didn't. Okay, that's fine. Right. Background is that. Okay, now I need to copy that CSS over there. Over here. Color is going to be FFF. Background size, yep, that's right. All of these things are gonna stay. And I'm gonna keep that part too. Okay, now it should animate too. And also it should animate back, which is something that I could add. Well, we've achieved pretty much the same thing in a much cleaner way. We can get rid of this global style stuff because we don't need global styles anymore. Okay, this is way better, at least for my use case. I mean, I'm not saying he's done something bad. It's probably better, much better for his use case, and I'm implementing something that's better for my own use case. Okay. I have to clean these up though. All right. I need a generic. I could probably move this. Okay, I have to add multiple styles in here now. So add the $sign there. Close this off. Okay. And I could drag this one there, and it's not going to make any differences. Right? Okay, everything looks fine. Right, it does. Okay, go back to IntelliJ IDEA. So we always have this blog post style, and this blog post style is going to be at the top of the file. We're going to have these transition things. Yes. And that's going to allow us to keep the animation back and forth. Like, as you remember, yeah, this transition was not happening in the previous version. Okay, that seems fine. I just need to change the timings of the animations. Linear gradient. Oh, okay. I do not remember how you do ease, but ease animations. But I think I can search for WebKit transition. Yes, that's how you do it. 3-second ease in out. I want to do ease in out in this case. So I'm gonna copy this, paste it in there, and there, and there, and there. Right, let's see how that looks. Let's try ease. Maybe linear, but I forgot if it was called linear or not. CSS transitions. Okay, no. Okay, linear. Maybe that would be fine. I can work on this offline. This is just a matter of personal preference right now. Okay, that does what I wanted to do. Cool. What's missing now? I could also add some animations to this button, and I do have something that I could add there. Yeah, we can close that. This is it. Oh no, this isn't it. Leave. Well, yeah, we're gonna use those, but anyway, I'll find it. It's in my history probably. I'll get to it. I'm probably gonna use favicons at the top of the page in here and transition between them, or I might just add my own CSS animation. I don't know. Okay. Now let's fix the colors for these ones as well. My signature is not visible anymore. Oh my god. It's there, but it's black, so not visible. I need to switch between them too. Right, let's change the color for these ones. Actually, let's aim for a lighter blue. You could do that, right? Oh, this is too bright. Maybe something like that, yes. Hey, this isn't updated. But anyway, this should update on the website. Dark. Okay, that looks good. Change the background color of this one. Yeah, I need to add the transition to everything, including these things. Are these not paragraphs? Okay, that's not a P, that's... I see. Okay. I could add the transition to that one. Yeah. It's just immediately changing color. How do I add global transitions? I want to add transitions to everything, like everything. Is it the color property that we're changing? Yes. That's the color property. But that's not a paragraph. Well, that sucks. Alright, can we do this, but get rid of these ones? It's going to be one way only now. That's going to animate, but the other way is not. Oh, okay, it does. So that does the job. And I think it's a better idea to move these down to under here. But I'm not sure if that would work because that style is not always applied. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work. Okay, let's take these back. Well, the color change should or could happen a bit faster. I can add a variable at the top. I don't remember how you do it, but I can look through the SAS files that I have, and there should be some examples. Probably in the navigation bar. Yes. Transition duration. Forgot $sign at the beginning. And this is going to be 0.5. Yes, seconds. Do we have any other ones? Yes. That's a bit longer, but I want the background transition to last longer. Okay, that looks good. Oh, this logo is gone now. Maybe I could add a background color to image carousel. Yeah, that's something I could do. Now let's change the color of the scroll box. What did you call it? Scroll bar, yes. Or this one. Let's start with that one because that's more broken than the others. Yes. So that's the background. Okay, copy this. Paste it in there. Well, the background should be like something like 2 to 2 maybe. Yes. Border left should be a bit darker. Let's try 2 to 2 for that one. Margins and paddings are not going to change. Let's try. Yeah, that looks fine. Let me make these buttons darker as well. I'm probably going to limit the stream to like 45 minutes. And then I'm probably going to do the rest tomorrow. I'm not sure. I might just keep going on for like 1.5 hours as well, depending on how we are doing. Yeah, what we were doing, we were changing the color of the footer. Are these here? Let's pray. We'll take a look at that one later. So block quote, we've changed that div. Yeah, we've changed them as required. What did we skip? Oh, we forgot to add the animation to this one, but that's not really important right now. Block post div, black quotes, pray. Hey, where are the footer icon colors? Oh, okay, here. Social media button background. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a blog post. Dark blog. Let's try 444 for that one. Let's see how this looks. So right now it looks like normal. Okay, let's switch to dark. Oh, but that gets rid of the transition animations. That's not good. That's not what I wanted to do. Does it get rid of the transition animation? Yes, it does. Yeah, that's not the goal. That wasn't the goal. So how does this work? Social media button background. Oh, okay. It's not a generic selector. So the way this works is actually different. Well, we have to customize this one as well. So this is dark, question mark, dark, or yeah, that solves the problem. And the GitHub's background is the same as the website's background. The website's background is a bit too dark actually. I don't want it to be this dark. Maybe we could make it a bit lighter. Yeah, maybe don't use black, but 111 is a good bet. And this should be FFF. Okay, that's better. That's slightly better, not 100% better. But at least the signature is slightly visible now. It's probably not visible on your screens, but it's visible on mine. Okay, let's take care of the scroll bar now. Did we take care of the code? Oh, that's not in this blog post. We're going to take care of that one later. That's in the image carousel though, right? Ah, how do we take care of that? That's not easy. Well, let's take care of the buttons and then we can think about the image carousel. That's where theme provider and everything else that the guy showed in the tutorial comes from. There's actually a point into doing those things, but that's okay. So where is this box used? Well, that means I could do blog post box and copy all these things, come back in here, paste it, blog post dark box, get rid of all of the things that don't involve color. Oh, let's make this the same color as that one, which is this and that. Let's pick an even lighter version of this. Let's do that for those ones. Okay. On the dark version. Okay, that looks fine. And now we have to take care of this, which is probably going to be a bit more difficult. But not something that we can't really take care of. So if you go to image carousel and if you go to image carousel module SAS, yeah, it's in WebKit scroll bar. Oh, it's that one. Oh, I see. So it's just a matter of modifying the color of image carousel. So if we do, no, that doesn't work like that. Okay, let me think. We could pass the color value of the image carousel scroll bar from inside the blog post, but that makes the components more tightly coupled than they were before, which is not what I want to do. There has to be a way to modify this from inside in here. Or we could pick a universal color that suits our needs in both cases. I'll think about the best way to do it later on. Yeah, okay, that's something for part 2. Now let's think about how we can turn the signature color the opposite. All right, SVG color transition CSS. Really, there's something called fill. Well, that's easy if it works on the first try. I don't think it's going to work on the first try, but let's give it a shot. So we have the signature in somewhere in here. I don't remember where, but we definitely do have a signature. So we have the markdown in there, we have horizontal ruler. Oh no, this is the blog, yes, this is the blog post. It should, social media background, social media links. Yes, so it's under social media bar. And here we have, somewhere in here we have a yeah, that's it. That's where it is. Class name is signature. I'm just gonna try. If we do fill white, is this gonna work? I'm very skeptical about this. But let's try. Well, it didn't work, obviously. But this could work. Signature path white. This might work. I'm hacking through. Oh, it didn't work. Come on. So what are we trying to fill in here? Let me go back and inspect this element and let me try all of the options in Google Chrome first before implementing them. This is an image. It's an image, that's why it's not going to work. It's not an SVG. That could work though. That could really work. Okay. I'm not sure if this is supported in every browser, but I'm gonna give it a shot. No. Okay, I can investigate this further. Let's clean everything up that we did today, and let's do our first commit. So we do not need style theming. We don't need style components anymore, right? But we're gonna use local storage fallback. That's we haven't implemented the local storage fallback thing yet, so let's do that. Can we see this? Okay, let's go to application, and in here somewhere, yeah, theme is false, and it's true now. And if you refresh the website, it becomes false again. So get initial theme, this returns false. Storage get item. So let's see what this returns. It returns true, but returned false now, and it has written false in there again. So we're gonna check. No, that's not gonna work. If it's equals to that. That's a bad way of doing things, but let's try. Okay, it works now. Why do you have to do string comparison for something so simple? Anyway, who cares? Okay, I can live with that. So yeah, we've used local storage fallback. Let me think if we can clean this up a bit further. Maybe we can. So we have dark background, which is hash sign FFF. And we have light font, which is 111. Okay, we have the transitions, we have all these things, and do we have any other 111s in this file? No. Do we have any other FFFs? Yes, we do. Okay. All right, everything else looks fine. These seem to be clean. Except it's not. So there's something we could do. We could do this, and it's going to have the same effect. We could do this, and it's going to have the same effect. That's what Sass is good, right? That's why Sass is good. So we can paste this under here, and let's verify this is, whoops, we've broken it. Well, apparently this is not how Sass works. Let me revert everything, and I'm gonna take a look at this offline as well. Oh, is it? It's not because of that. I haven't broken that one. I've broken something else that I haven't noticed yet. Is everything all right in here? Okay, let's get rid of the variables that I've added. Maybe that's causing an issue. Okay, let's go back. Okay, and let's do the cleanup that we just did again. We're going to select all of these, move them up in here. We're going to delete that. Tab, no. We're going to select these lines and do this. All right. Yeah, okay, that's cleaner. And we're going to do the same thing for up here. It shouldn't be that difficult, hopefully. Okay, I think I know a good way of doing this. So we're going to select the occurrences of this one. We're going to delete all of the occurrences, delete once more, tab them, and do this. Okay. Let's make sure if this still works. Okay, it does. Yeah, I think this is a good time to stop. Well, I still feel sad about the color, what happened to the color of this image, but the Q is not really visible anymore. It's, you could say it's, yeah, it's not there. It's not nice, but yeah, we can do something about that later. And the background for this one is super white. I wish we could change the background of these images as well, but this is a PNG, so I can't do that. All right, for the next stream, before talking about what we need for the next stream, let's fix this one too. Where's the code? Let's fix that one, and then we can go. We can finish. That's gonna be the same as that one. It should be a bit darker, right? Well, 222 should be fine. Also, why did I use 333? I could just say, like, why did I put 6 threes. This is exactly the same thing. Okay. All right. Up next is fixing this button, by the way. Oh, I should add transition to the background of this, which I can. Well, I wonder if I just do. Wonder if I can duplicate this. I'm gonna put this to the next line. Oh, you can't do that. All right, fine. This is gonna be painful. Okay, let's close these. This is just gonna be background now. I wonder if I can get rid of the linears in here. Okay, let's try. Let's try with the linear. Okay, I'm gonna play around with the timings of animations, but this is looking very good, and it's very promising for just 1 hour of, well, it's not 1 hour work. I've done like 3 hours of reading before this, but I think this is okay. Why is it taking so much longer on this website compared to the other one? That's what I'm wondering. Like, it takes much longer, the animation to complete on a longer blog post. This one takes very short to finish. Also, it lags a bit, like it's not very smooth. Maybe it's just a Google Chrome thing. Maybe it doesn't happen in Safari, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about what's next. Up next is definitely changing this button. I'm probably gonna have some SVGs or CSS animations that is better suited for this function. I'm gonna change the color of the links. I'm gonna think about what we could do with the signature. Maybe I can just swap the SVG image, which is not very efficient. So I probably will think of a better way of doing it. And then we also have to add the same thing to here, which brings me to which brings us to global styles again. Okay, I'm gonna think what we can do. Yeah, maybe a per page implementation of dark mode is better for now, but we can think about global styles in the future. Right, what else? I think this is it. The animation is fine. Up next is just changing the button, fixing the signature, arranging the icon for this one, and that's it. That's really it. Maybe I can add a background to the image carousel. Image carousel is that one. So I can change the background of the image carousel so that these icons are a bit more visible, so I can have a grayish background for the images, but for the rest of the website we can keep it relatively dark. Okay, that's it for the stream. Thanks for joining, and I'm not gonna do another. Well, I have tiny tasks to finish, so I'm gonna do another stream right after this one. But yeah, that one's gonna be like 5 minutes or so. That's it. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.